Well, welcome back to Carolina Saltwater Living, y'all. 40 degrees, snow's on the way, so they say. And I got a few potholes to fix on this half a mile, basically sand road, y'all. I'm gonna go up here on the excavator to the very tip top where the asphalt is, get some stuff fixed up there, and a couple potholes along the way. I'll show you how I do it with my Mini. Guys, thanks for stopping in. Let's get into it. Up here at the end of the road where it meets the asphalt, it's wore out pretty bad, where garbage trucks and UPS trucks, FedEx come in and out. I'm just gonna take the blade, grab some of this loose sand that's been washed out and just push it back in. And try not to mess with traffic. I always am extra cautious when I am near a roadway, even if it's an old country road out in the middle of nowhere, because you never know when somebody's going to be flying around the corner, going off the road, or something like that. So I try to work quick and efficient. All I'm doing here is back dragging and pushing, moving this sand and loose material, some gravel and stone, moving it back in where gravel trucks have rutted it out. It's about a foot deep. You can't see it because of the boom is in the way, and that's one thing that makes me nervous working on the road too. But y'all, I just get it done the best I can, and I'll let you watch. This is real life. This is what it's like sitting in the cab. Put yourself in my shoes here and think, how would you feel when you are working beside all of this traffic? Spooky when you close to traffic. Gotta have eyes in every corner of your head. Spin this thing around without making too much of a mess. I could put my bucket down and spin around. At least this way I can focus on what's around me a little bit safer than using the bucket. Alright, so I back drug and pushed a little bit, washed out, back drug a little bit. Now get over here parallel with the roadway a little bit. Scratch a little back in there. Not much, just a little. Looking behind me the whole time. Truck coming. lot better than it was. Alright, moving on to some potholes. Get away from this traffic. I cleared all of this mess out. It was growed in all over the road. And now you can actually get through here a whole lot better. Got a neighbor stopping to talk to. How are you? Good. I fixed it up there where it washed out. Yeah. I figure as much as the garbage trucks come in and out and rain, you just got to fix it every once in a while. So, I'm Matthew, Roy. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I do remember Fox. Yeah. Yeah. It's looking a lot better. It looks safer to come back in here now. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we'll get a little. My wife hopes so. Yeah. I'm gonna fix a couple of potholes real quick because they'll get worse when it freezes, and so I'll go ahead and fix those, and I may pick some trash up later if I feel like it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, y'all enjoy your ride and don't get too cold. Nice to meet you. Bye bye, Fox. We have some good neighbors down here. I only have a few. That makes it real good. But their little grandchild wanted to stop. He likes the heavy equipment. We'll fix a couple of potholes. Got one right up here that's forming, and with some maybe snow and ice coming, it'll just get worse. So I'm gonna go ahead and patch it now. Make sure nobody's behind me. But this was a 2-lane road 60 years ago when it was built. Non-state maintained, but over the years it's grown in. So I came in and cleared this mess out. So far everybody's been really happy that I've done that. We've got a little pothole here, and what you want to do is break up around, or break up through it. You don't want to just fill it, because just filling it won't bond. Think of it like fixing a chipped tooth. You got to bond it back together. And when you break it apart like this, that's what will do it. And it's real simple. I just run right back through it with the bucket. Don't even need to worry about scraping it. Just drag the bucket right over it. And repack it. That just fix that. I think there's one or two more that I can get before I park this machine. Coming up on another small one. And that's the thing, you know, especially in sand, you want to patch them before they get big. And all it takes, y'all, I'm just scratching 2 inches. 2 inches and repack it. Should be about sufficient. That was just a little quick tutorial of fixing potholes, y'all, on a sand or gravel road. Doesn't really matter the soil type. On the sand, though, it's easier to break up the pothole because it's so loose to begin with. It packs great, but it washes terribly, so it's a constant maintenance chore. That's why I really like the land leveler that I picked up from Kubota Attachments a month or so ago. It is beneficial big time in maintaining a long stretch of roadway like this, and just a general once in a while throwing a box blade and scraping a little, or even back dragging with the blade in the float setting on this excavator. It works. So if you have a mini, or if you don't, get you a mattock and a shovel and a tamper, and you can fix those potholes. Don't just fill them in and expect them to fix themselves. You got to break it away, fix it back like a tooth at the dentist. Guys, y'all have a good day and a great week. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise too high, or we don't get a foot of snow. They're calling for it. We'll see what happens. We'll see you on the next one, guys.